Hi, I'm Katrina. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you stopping by. Your time is important. Today I'm going to be talking about how I used my extroverted thinking, my auxiliary function, to override my extroverted sensing, my inferior function. I am an INTJ, and I used this skill to successfully fly in a jet plane. I talked myself out of fear, talked myself through the process, I should say, more than anything. I don't know that I'll ever not fear it, but I'm able to do it now, and I did it via thinking. So what I'm saying is I had a successful flight both down and back, and the point is next time we go, I'm not going to be so anxious while thinking about going. I may have the same issues of how I feel during the time, but I'm not going to be as, yes, we're going on vacation, I'm really happy about that, but I'm going to have to fly. And I don't like flying. And that was always this whole, okay, if I can just get through the flight and we're on vacation. So then I think to myself, how am I going to get through the flight? So I had to use my thinking skills, which is where I spend a lot of my time being an INTJ, and override my very crappy dealing with the world skills. I was pretty happy with how it worked out, and I hadn't even started work on learning MBTI, Myers-Briggs. Actually, when I came home was when I somehow got an interest and can't stop. So I didn't even know that that's what I was doing, but I had learned to fake myself out. And here's how I did it. I remembered while I was sitting there and they were getting ready to take off, we're going, driving down the runway. See, I get stressed just thinking about it. And we're turning the corner. I was not by myself, so I was, able to talk with my husband and stuff, and I was trying to put on a brave face, and I was just reminding myself that the takeoff is the worst, so I'll get through that. That's the first hurdle. So I had with me items to keep myself distracted. If I could tune out everything around me and go into my head, I knew that was a safe place to be. And I just got real quiet, and this is the particular book. I don't know that this is the page, but it would have been something like this. I've been teaching myself Spanish for years, and actually I do it as a hobby and as fun and as play. And it's great because I can't worry in Spanish. So I don't know enough to be able to sit and worry. I worry in English. What do you worry in? What language? And so I just kept reading it over and over, and por la noche, a qué hora, and I'm looking at all of this to say, stay focused. This page is the only thing that's going on in the world right now. Everything out there is just doing its thing. Just stay focused, stay focused. That worked good. So we get up in the air, and I'm like, all right, there's no going back. All right, we can do this. And then I get freaked out. I think about the amount of air between ourselves and our lovely planet Earth. And then I would go back to reading something, or, once I got tired of that, I'd look around and I'd think, all right, so there's a pilot up there and a co-pilot, and they both have made the decision to fly this giant Airbus through the air, and they're confident doing it. They're good. The flight attendants, they do this all day long. This is their job. This is where they are. They're good. Look at all those people. Oh, yeah, everybody looks pretty comfortable. One guy's already asleep. All right, fine. Wish. And I just reminded myself, this is what people do. People go on vacation. You can't get to the Dominican Republic via car currently. Maybe in the future. One never knows. So that worked. And I wasn't just one time I said it in my head. I would, these would come back as like bullet points, like, remember they work here. Remember they chose this. They chose this. So I'd get the snippet. And that would soothe me because I know that logically makes sense. Totally makes sense. Logically, I am comfortable in that. I'm not comfortable with my experience going on in my external world, but I'm comfortable with that. And I've learned to trust my thinking enough to say, that's concrete. I, I still don't understand how anybody chooses that job. That's why there's different people in the world. And then I would also use another tool that I've taught myself over the years, which is reminding myself that this is only a time and space issue. For instance, the time is now, but 2 hours from now, I will not be on this plane. And that's the case of a time and space issue. And you know that it's going to be different. You know it's going to come out to a good end. And it's just a matter of time. You take it by bits and pieces, and you get there. And you get through 15 minutes. And you say, good, I got through 15 minutes. And I do think this is a good skill because life is hard. And, I've used that same phrase in other instances. It's just a time and space issue. It's just a time and space issue. In this amount of time, I will not be in this space anymore. This will be over with. I don't have to concern myself with it again. Feels good. And I now look forward to going on vacation. I know throughout my life I've learned how to block things out. And that's not always good because having the inferior SE function can also cause anxiety. That's not something I'm going to talk about now. I'm just feeling good about using one cognitive function to override another and to come out of it successfully. And then now to know that I did that because, again, I didn't know I was doing that at the time. And it's fascinating, everything I'm learning. That's why I'm sharing. I'm only sharing through my examples because I have no expertise except the brain and the body I've lived in for years. And I want to share. I've learned the best through other people. I've watched enough things that go, oh my gosh, it's just mind-blowing. So I want that to happen for other people. And if you are an INTJ, you have some of these anxiety struggles, and you got to use that TE function to break through other things. Because if you can sort it all out in your head, and if you can trust your thinking enough, it's so concrete that it feels very safe there, which is why it's our second function. Well, it's time to wrap this up. We all have stuff we need to get done, and never stop thinking about thinking. I hope to see you in my next video, and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. I hope you have a great day.